Hey everyone, welcome to part 5 of this 6-part series. In this video, we're going to be covering everything you need to know about the F1 student visa in order to enter the United States. Stay tuned. Before we get started with the visa, let's do a quick recap of all of the things that we've covered in this playlist. We looked at how to identify the right university to go to amongst all of your offers. We looked at how to fund your education. This could be through internal or external means. We looked at education loans as a specific source of funding. We then identified how to get the I-20, and now we are in the critical juncture of actually taking that I-20 document that the university has given us and filing for the F1 student visa. Alright, this is the time of the year when most of you should have the form I-20 issued by the university in your hand. This year it might either be a physical document that the university is couriering it to you, or could be a document that you would have printed out off of the email that the university has sent to you. Either forms are okay. Once you have the I-20, the next step is for us to start the visa process. Within the visa process, you can broadly divide them into 3 major steps. The first is filling the DS-160. The DS-160 is a non-immigrant who's looking to go to the US, filling out a lot of personal, professional, work-related and travel-related details. Very simple form. If you need additional help on filling this out, we've done webinars and a bunch of other information that we've put out in the past. We'll link all of that within the comments section below. Once you've filled out the DS-160, you've got to make sure that you go onto the SEVIS portal and pay the SEVIS fee. Once you've paid the SEVIS fee, it's time for you to set up your visa appointment. I want to take a pause here to let you know that the visa appointments are coming out as on the day of shooting this video. Not too many visa appointments seem to be available for F1 student visa, but we've been told by the US embassies all over the country that a lot of visa appointments are going to be opening up in the next coming days. So make sure to keep an eye out on the website. Make sure to look maybe a couple of times every day because slots are opening up pretty soon. All right, let's look at the third piece of the puzzle that we need to do, which is actually getting the visa appointment. For any of you that have had any valid US visa that was issued after 2012, you might qualify for a visa interview exemption and qualify for a Dropbox submission. If you qualify for the Dropbox submission, and how do you figure this out? While you're filling the visa scheduling website, you are taken through 4 or 5 different multiple choice questions. The answers for your case to those questions will determine whether you qualify for a Dropbox or not. If you do qualify for a Dropbox, there's a set of documents that you need to just take on that day and time to the center that you've been allotted. There's a person that's going to look through these documents, ask for the relevant ones, keep those with them, and then start the process and the adjudication on your visa case. So in case you qualify for Dropbox, look below for the set of documents that you need to be able to take on the day of your Dropbox appointment. The other side of the coin, for folks that don't qualify for a Dropbox appointment, there are 2 things that you will have to schedule. One is your biometrics appointment. This is basically an administrative step in the entire visa process where you will essentially have to go to the center, give your 10 prints. They will also collect a bunch of information around travel, all of the stuff that you've done in the past. Once they've taken the 10 prints, once your appointment for that is scheduled, you can then move on to scheduling the actual visa interview appointment. What should you do on the day of the interview? Alright, so the visa interview is essentially either at a consulate or an embassy where there's a visa officer sitting down, looking through all of the documents. Again, documents list will be in the description box below. Looking through all of your documents and trying to ascertain whether you fit the criteria for an F1 student visa. Let's take a minute to talk about the F1 student visa criteria. The F1 student visa is a single intent visa, which means that whoever is applying for the visa is essentially looking to go get an education at a good university in the US and has plans to return back to their home country. That's what the F1 student visa is. Within this purview, within this overarching theme, the visa officer is trying to ascertain the following points. First, whether you're going to a really good university or not, because that definitely matters. Second, are you going to study a course that you have some exposure to in the past, or is it completely new and different from what you have done in the past and has absolutely no connection? Third, how are you going to be funding your education? Is it through an education loan? Is it through personal funds? Who's actually sponsoring you for the entirety of your stay in the US? And fourth, and probably the most important things, what is tying you back to your home country, right? These are the 4 or 5 most important themes that you have to keep in mind in order to ace your visa interview. All right, let's do a quick recap on things that you need to do. You've gotten your I-20, you now need to book your visa appointment. Before that, you have to fill out the DS-160. This is where the service ID from the I-20 needs to be filled in. Once you've filled the DS-160, go ahead and pay the service fee for the particular university that you're attending. Third is to go onto the US visa website and set up your appointment. You either qualify for a Dropbox and you can just drop off your documents, or you need to attend an in-person interview in the consulate or the embassy. These are the 3 next steps for you to get your visa. Now that we are here, let's talk a little bit about the kinds of questions that you might face at the interview. The visa interviewer might care about what university you're going to. So great document would be the I-20 that you have to provide to him and justify why you applied to this particular university. Why this course? What have you done in the past that justifies going to this university and the course? What are your future goals? What is the plan after you graduate from a master's degree? All of these are typical questions that you might face, and we've documented potential answers to all of this in really specific language that you can get also in the same visa guide that's linked below. All right, that's pretty much it, this video, folks. So understand that the I-20 document is the precursor for your visa. Go ahead, set up all of the visa appointments, and hopefully you're able to get your visa. Oh, by the way, if you like any of the content that you're seeing, it would actually be great if you could like it, if you could share it with folks that are in the similar boat as you are. And for more such content, make sure to subscribe to the Gradvine channel. Thanks so much.